Hey guys, my name is Jason with Mount Baker Mining and Metals. And on today's video, I'm down in the Southwest. I got Dan Hurd with me, and I was invited down by a YouTube channel called MineOperator. So we're gonna do some gold mining and do a little gold exploration today. Here's our first look at their portal. They got a nice little head frame they got here, and a skip bucket that comes up over the top and will dump into their dump trailer. Looking down the portal here, we're going down to the 45-foot level today. And the hope is to bring up about a 1-ton sample, get it in the dump trailer, and take it back to the mill. All right, so these are the guys that invited me down. This is MineOperator. They have their own YouTube channel. Check them out. They do some awesome stuff. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below, so be sure to click on that. But I wanted to do a little introduction here. This is Chad, Harry, Ron, and Greg. And I'm gonna let maybe Chad and Harry tell a little bit about their operation and their mine and how you guys got here.
Cool, thanks Jason. We're glad you're here. We started out here about 7 years ago. And we started prospecting like most of you do, and we're using the sore thumb crusher, and we're panning, we're finding gold. So we had sampled inside the mine and started seeing values throughout. Just like many hard rock mines, they were shut down during World War II. So we know there's gold in still some of these mines. So we had claimed it up and have been continuing to sample ever since.
Very cool. All right, guys, well, what is our plan today? What's our goal? What's our mission?
Now we want to go in this mine. We want to take a bulk sample of an area where we recently had a channel sample assayed, and we want to confirm how close our milling equipment can get in its recovery compared to that assay. So we're going to be using some pneumatic tools to pull a sample. We're going to use our dump skip, and we're going to dump right into our dump trailer.
We try to get 1 ton. That's our goal today.
1 ton today. All right, that's a lot of shoveling.
Get after it.
Yeah, I'm not expecting him to work. He's going to be watching us.
I don't work on video. Yeah, that's me. So.
Somebody's got to be the foreman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who's in charge here? Yeah. All right, well, let's go do it. Let's see what we can get today.
Thank you.
All right. So the mineralization changes throughout the vein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might be chasing it on the hanging wall, sometimes on the footwall. Where we will be pulling a sample, it'll be on the footwall.
And this is the vein here on the wall. Looks like it pinches and swells. Mostly pretty broken up quartz, huh?
Yes.
You can see some copper on this side.
Copper staining a little bit. Yeah. Going down the hole here. What's this, about 55 degrees?
Yes, 55 on the money.
That's a nice dip. The muck will run in the stope, but it's not vertical, so you're not climbing straight up and down.
All the way down. We're not going to do any work up here. We're going to get down to.
Here's a little look in some of the old stopes they did. Left some nice pillars.
And every so often just look again for snakes. Not a snake check, but if any got disturbed, we want to head back down.
Yeah, there's some original stalls installed still.
Yeah, they look great. Mine are all rotten. Mine get wet.
Yeah.
They only last about 10 years.
What? Things in the Washington State get wet?
Yeah, no kidding, right? And rot away?
Yeah, when did that start?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't tan, you rust up there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So here's our level. I think this is the level we're going to be working on.
This is our first level.
Okay.
You call this the 45?
This is 45.
Yes,
The 45 level.
Yeah. Where we will be working as they pull out and
Wow, look at this. This is an impressive operation you got here.
Thanks.
You guys have spent a lot of time and work down here, let me tell you.
So when we first came in this level, material from the upper stope literally was up to where my chin is.
Oh, wow.
We were crawling on our bellies. So we mucked out probably a good 15 tons
Wow.
from this location. And it was diluted material. So we had hanging wall and footwall material in there, but we averaged from about a 1/10 ounce on some sample runs to upwards of a 1/2 ounce on separate runs. We tried a variety of things from just screening and milling our screen material
And here we
to
are.
crushing and milling everything
Nope.
and see how well it
Landing.
did. But all the gold's pretty fine.
Gotcha. So all the muck on the floor that you mucked out was ore.
Yeah.
Had gold in it.
We ran it too.
Nice.
Yeah, we ran it. So off to your right, you can see one of our bulk sample runs here.
Okay.
And we had gotten, it was around an 1/8 ounce to the ton.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, it was around 1/5 of an ounce to the ton.
A fifth. So 0.2 ounces per ton.
You can see some of these original stalls are still here, but they were burnt.
Oh, they did burn. Look at that. There was a fire.
Oh, hey, things are a lot brighter when I take my sunglasses off.
Now you can see.
I know, right?
And if you get the dust off them, it's even better.
Let's see if I can change my head. Yeah,
There you go.
there we are. You can see the vein material.
And so probably the fire has changed the coloration of the vein up there. But
Yeah.
what do you look for as far as good high grade stuff or the better stuff? Is there some sort of mineralization you look for?
Yeah, you'll see right up here after we get through this burn section.
Okay.
We had we dropped some material here. You'll notice, we have a lot of reds and pinks, some iron oxidizing out. This was lower grade material.
Jason's over there.
Surprisingly,
talking
it's pretty hard
stuff
packed,
about mining.
even though it's
Learn more
still
of the
really
technical
soft.
stuff about
But
this
when we get
mine.
into purple
Definitely check
material
out Mount Baker
and
Mining
sugar
Events
quartz, we
channel,
call it sugar quartz because it just
where they'll
falls
have all the
apart.
technicals.
And I'll show you
I'm
some
just here to
coming up.
find some shiny
That's
gold.
usually where we have better gold. We had one assay up to 1 ounce per ton in here.
Okay.
And it was in the purple quartz material.
Okay.
So we'll go take a look at that.
And your hanging wall and your footwall look pretty well defined.
Yes, you can see a good slick.
See how the mud slick on here?
Okay, yeah. And so once you hit that slick, that nice smooth hanging wall, that's you're out of the pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can see the pillars they left. You can get a really good idea of what they were after.
Yeah.
And it differs slightly from off to the left. So this area, they really liked the material.
Okay.
You get some real deep purples and orange.
I see it. Timber hanging there. Laying sideways.
Yeah, and so we have quartz monzonite as the main host rock material.
Okay.
We get copper staining on the hanging wall side, and in some of the workings, the grades are up as high as 2% copper.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, but at a different location than here.
Okay. But you're really mostly after the gold for the pay.
Yes,
The copper is not necessarily a paying
correct.
metal for you at this point.
At one vein structure in the hanging wall, it is. It's 2.5%, and the vein's 2 foot wide. So
Okay.
we're doing some tests on that to see what kind of potential there is, how big of a strike and depth.
Okay.
So right below, we have paint marks every 5 feet. So we have a paint mark here, and this represents the 30-foot coming in, and this is a good way to sample a mine. Put markers down and channel sample or run, bulk samples periodically, and then
Sure.
you can get a good average.
Sure.
You can see the muck here. This is what it was like.
Oh, wow.
All the way through this tunnel here, this drift.
So we moved a lot of rat poop. And we got a bunch of those little cactus in our hands and our knees. It'll stick on your feet, and then you'll stab yourself in the butt, and it's just a brutal
You can see they've been bringing branches and leaves in again.
Oh man.
So, yeah, this is...
It's a never-ending battle.
So you'll end up continuing to muck this out.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Drift. And,
You don't wanna get
that's the
that
material
stuck
that
in
they
you
were
anywhere.
digging out before.
Yikes.
That's where they're moving forward to.
This hurts. This,
Oh, is that some of the cactus?
Yeah, don't
Yes.
eat that.
Don't eat that. Okay.
Yeah, just
the vein in this mine pinches and swells, and you can see how there's alteration in the footwall here. We've taken our channel sample from footwall to here. We got a 1/10 ounce to the ton at this location here, and we've ran a small bulk sample and confirmed it. But we want to figure out if we can high grade, because here you can see how soft the vein is. This is where the majority of the gold is at this location in the vein structure. On the footwall, everything is, for the most part, like we call it sugar quartz. It literally looks like sugar. A few hard quartz pieces that come out without much effort. And then we get usually into some base metal material on the hanging wall.
Okay.
The lighter material.
So if Dan's gonna go pan a sample, he wants to get this stuff right in the footwall.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If you scooped this up right now and took a pan, that would show some nice color.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for today.
Dan's looking for California gold today.
I want shiny.
First ever California gold.
We get wire gold here too. We get it. We call it coarse pieces, but they're not bigger than 30 mesh. So, we're excited to see 30 mesh here.
Yeah.
I understand completely. Yes.
Yeah.
But most of it's super fine. I would say half of our gold is smaller than 200 mesh, and the other half is above.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Well,
I'm starting to dig.
yeah. How do we get this out of here?
Okay, we'll show you that next.
All right. Well, I was just informed this is a stall gauge. This is very, very cool. It's essentially a way to measure how long your stalls need to be to go between the hanging and the footwall. So I got to build one of these.
And the correct angles at each end. It's adjustable lengthwise and angle-wise at each end.
Very cool. Dan is about to pull out a sample from the vein there and take it up and pan it. And so if you want to see gold right out of that spot, be sure to check out Dan's channel. He's going to have a video out as well of panning some of this stuff, and this will be Dan's first ever California gold. So here's a little bit different spot of the vein. We're looking up now, but this black here and then this deep purple is, what do you call it? Glory hole.
Yeah.
This is
Glory
the
material.
this is the winning stuff right here. So that is where these guys have found their high grade stuff.
If only that was 6 feet wide.
Oh, yeah. And so do you have any idea, like, have you ever high graded sampled this? Is this running like 6-8 ounces a ton if you just take that little bit?
I would suspect 8, because north of here at another location, the vein is wider, and we have about 6 to 8 inches of wide of that material.
Okay.
And we're getting assays from 8 ounces to the ton. And we had one up to 334 ounces of gold.
Wow.
But we chalked it up to the nugget effect.
Sure.
And so, I mean, if we can duplicate that, we would believe it.
Yeah.
But, you know, you get excited when you see it, but you don't be excited for long.
Sure. So I mean, all this deep red stuff is the good stuff.
Yeah. Matter of fact, where your finger's at, there might be a small piece.
There we go. Gold in the face there.
Good possibility. You get a microscope on that or a loop, and we'll see.
So in this mine, it's the deep purple, real rusty iron oxide stuff. Very cool. All right. Well, Dan has his bucket of rocks. Dan, what are you hoping for here?
10 pounds of gold.
10 pounds of gold.
Yes.
All right.
It doesn't hurt to hope.
And your 50-pound bucket.
Exactly.
Well, you
10 specks of gold, and I will be very happy.
yeah, and this is you've high graded some stuff out of the vein.
Yep, all from the footwall. So apparently that's the high grade stuff.
Cool.
Left the crappy material for these guys. You know?
That's right. Yeah, well, that's how we do it. Yeah, good. So you're gonna go up and get that panned out and see what you got.
Crush it down, pan it out, and see if we can get a few specks of gold.
All right. Well, be sure to check out Dan's channel to see what he got. We're getting our tools down here. We got some air tools. We got some electric tools. We're gonna be breaking some rock, putting it in those buckets, and then working. Oh, look at this tool he's got.
In case you have a filling that needs taken care of, we can drill it out with this.
You're a dentist now too, huh?
Dennis Miner.
A dentist miner. And then it's got to go over into that skip bucket and up the rails into the dump trailer. That's the slickest thing you guys have going, is you can load it from underground and it goes. You don't have to touch it again until it goes into the dump trailer.
Many times before, we've had to, handle the buckets carrying them up. We've come up with different kinds of rigging systems, and by far this is the best.
Just have it go right in.
Yeah.
wait to install our track.
Yeah, having some track in here.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about putting the super sacks in the dump trailer so it'll dump right into the super sacks.
Oh yeah, that'd be handy. And then you could unload them with an excavator or whatever, forklift.
Yeah. You don't have to go over there to do it. We got a radio.
Okay, now what?
In the bucket.
Country rock, baby. Gotta take country rock too with a country. Oh, Dad. I told you he loved it.
He's a working machine. So is this going up or is this going back in the hole?
No, it's going up.
Are you going out? Yeah, just gonna get it out of the way. Trying to get to the vein.
So we're just breaking out some of the waste rock now so we can get down on the vein a little more. Nice stuff. You want a drill? A light shovel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, drill away.
All right.
Yeah, this is bucket 4. There's 5.
Might need to go a little more just to get it on the track.
Got a copy, and remember, move along on our first thrust. Copy that. We're going to go with 6 buckets and see how stable it is. I think it might need a little more than that to keep the front wheel on track. Sounds good.
Five buckets.
5. And how many will the skip hold?
10.
10. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Halfway. So there's a nice full skip load, ready to go up top and dump in the trailer. Whew, it's fun mining. I love this mining stuff. There goes our muck. Up to the trailer. A lot of muck there. Whew. Well, here's our hole. This is what we got out today. About a ton's worth. And there was some really, really nice purple spots down here. Right along the footwall here. See how purple that is? And that is where those sulfides have oxidized away. And that is where they were finding some really, really nice gold. Dan panned out some good stuff today, right out of this spot. And we got some really good stuff out of here as well. So now it's all up in the trailer and we're gonna take it down to the mill. All right guys, well I wanted to quiz you a little bit about this hole we made today. Is this kind of something you normally do in your channel? Was this a good day? I know we talked about the purple and how high grade it was. What do you think is gonna come out of this in the mill tomorrow? Tell me your general thoughts here.
Well, Jason, this is something we've been wanting to do for a while. We've been stuck building a mill site for a while, and now we're back underground taking bulk samples. And we're confirming some channel samples and drill samples that we have taken over the last few years and sent them off for assay. Now, we want to take some bulk samples and see how close we can get to that target with the milling equipment we have.
And this is about the fourth bulk sample like this we've done. And we've been on pause, like you said, for the mill site for a while now, so we can finally get back into testing, and we're expecting to see some color on the table for sure, and we're going to try to get a confirmation on how much we're losing on the table versus the assay. Obviously, it's probably going to be something to do with our grinding circuit, but we're still going to give it a whack.
Very cool.
We've been trying to take a 1,000-pound sample, you know, weigh out our sample so we can figure out exactly how much per ton we're getting out of a sample.
And it seems like you guys just like hard work.
Yeah.
You guys
This is the easy part. The long days at the mill site trying to get things to work and then breaking down and you need parts and you try to order something from another country and it's not coming for months. You know, that kind of stuff is what's frustrating. And then when you finally start running, more things break, and this is the easy part.
This gets the frustration out.
Yeah.
2 days, you know, getting everything prepared, all the equipment worked on, and checking the oil, and getting all the different things that are wrong with the equipment fired up. And we're only here for a couple hours moving rock, and really all we want to do is just move rock all day.
Yeah.
And then on the backside, then we got time to relax and run the material for our tests.
Yeah. Very cool, guys. Well, I think what you're doing is awesome. Underground mining is kind of a dying art in the States, so I'm happy to see you're doing it and bringing it back. All right, check out MineOperator's channel on YouTube.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Well, we're just finishing up for the day. We've got a little over a ton in the dump trailer, we think. Taking up 5 skip loads. Dan's been here panning, been finding lots of gold. Check out Dan's channel to see the results of his panning stuff, because I did not get that on video, but I hear the results are pretty impressive. And then stay tuned for our next video where we take this stuff down to the mill get it processed, and see how much gold we get out of about a ton of rock from this mine. And be sure to check out MineOperator's channel. Again, I'll leave a link below in the description, so check them out and you can see a lot more of this mine. They've done a whole bunch of work, really interesting stuff. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.